So I'm in line to fly here the other day, and I'm eager to get on the plane, and two people in front of me has 3 pieces of luggage, which you're not allowed to do when you get on the airplane. And the Delta assistant said, "I'm sorry, sir, you're going to have to check one of those bags." And he, in a not kind way, said, "Well, they told me it was okay." And she said, "I'm sorry, you're not going to be able to, and I'm going to need you to check it." And so he stops and she says, "Could you please tell me what your name is?" And he said, "Well, I just showed you my name when I showed you my boarding pass," in a tone like that. So they went back and forth, and his tone was just not kind. And he said, "You're telling me now that you want me to check it in, and then you're telling me that you want me to bring my bag to the front. What is it that you're trying to tell me to do? I don't appreciate this." And I could feel my heart rate going up, and I couldn't understand why he was talking to her like that, because she was just doing her job and she was talking in such a kind way. And my instinct was to tell him that he shouldn't talk to her like that. And then I realized the better thing to do was to be kind to her, because she was the person who was being treated poorly. At least that was how I perceived it. And so it just made me think that many times when people are not being kind, we give the attention to that person instead of to the person who deserves our attention. So I just invite us to take a look at, where should we give our attention when we see something in the world that is not going as we wish? Pausing and thinking, how can we best use our attention to be the leaders that we want to be? And it does apply to leadership, because a lot of times we spend more time on our performers who are acting out or are not performing well, and not enough time on the top performers. If we spent more time on our top performers and help them build their strengths, and less time on those who are acting out or not being kind or not holding themselves and others accountable, our teams and organizations would build more trust and be more productive.